Today we're breaking down the Anta Kai ones. Let's go. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Zach here at Tamsters Kicks. Today we're breaking down a shoe I have been so excited to get in. It is the Anta Kai ones, Kyrie Irving's first signature shoe with the Anta brand. As we all know, he left Nike, RIP, but I'm glad at least that he got these new shoes in with Anta. I've been wanting to get a pair of these so bad, and we finally got this colorway in today. If you guys haven't seen a video from me, we're going to break down the traction, cushion, support materials, fit, all that good stuff. But Kyrie Irving is one of my favorite basketball players. Actually, I think he is my favorite basketball player. I've loved watching him his whole career. Love what he's doing right now. Love the way he's playing in Dallas. Sleeper for the NBA Finals too. We'll see. But I love these. So excited for these bad boys. And we're going to break them down today. Let's go. All right, the Anta Kai ones. These are crazy. Like, crazy. Like, I can't even explain how much I already love these shoes. And I even kept this little feather on. Just for the video, show you guys a little feather. But the Kai ones, these retailed at $125. Pretty nice, affordable basketball shoe. I know they're super hard to get. A lot of people are trying to get them. And this colorway I think is crazy with the mismatch colors as well as an even mismatch like pattern design. We'll talk about that a little bit later with all the materials and stuff. But these Kai shoes, man, I knew he was going to make a banger. Like the shoes he made with Nike, come on. We knew he was going to put something crazy out on these. Traction features a solid rubber outsole with some signature Kyrie Irving aspects. So like, of course Kyrie Irving was going to put his nod, his stamp all over the shoe. He loved to do it with the Nike shoes, and he put little details all over this bad boy. But with that traction, like, this is one of the first things I noticed on these was most Kyrie Irving shoes, basically all of them, and I've loved them for this reason, is they have this curvature on the outsole. Chinese basketball shoes are kind of known to be flat, and they have a lot of outdoor use to them, so like over time the traction breaks down evenly across the shoe. That's why they're flat. But the Kyries, I mean, I would say they are flat, but there's also a little bit of Kyrie Irving to them. So like, in my opinion, playing with them, I feel like there's where this little like squiggle is in here, this part is a little bit more in, and so it curves like, it's like an inverse. Like, you know, a bowl, this is hella confusing. A bowl, you have that kind of curve, but this one kind of curves like up, like if you flipped it. I would say there's a little bit of a curve that brings it in, which I loved how it felt on the foot. They are still pretty flat, so don't get me wrong, it is more of a flatter outsole, but I love the curve here because I feel like playing side to side, it feels super solid. Durability, it is gonna break down a little bit. The rubber though feels really good compared to other, like, I mean, the Kyries have always had a nice bite to them, and these had that same thing, so I'm super excited to keep playing in these. The cushion is composed of a full-length Nitro Edge foam setup. So I believe the last, and honestly I think only Kyrie Irving shoe to have a full-length setup like this, similar like this, is the Kyrie 4s, which was a great basketball shoe. Kyrie's haven't missed, but those 4s, I know a lot of people loved them, and he brought it back. We got a full-length Nitro setup here, and there's been some other, like I know the Puma All Pro Nitros, those have a nitrogen infused setup, and that nitrogen setup is like kind of supposed to provide really good court feel, really good playing, and I think it plays really good. Explosiveness is there, cushion is there, it's soft, it's bouncy, and I think breaking down over time it's going to feel even better as it molds to your foot. One of my favorite setups like this, probably the Ant Edwards shoes, and I mean like basic Kobe's and Curry's, like these are some of my favorite setups. Materials, the mismatch colorway makes these Kyrie shoes stand out. So that was one thing I was kind of curious with. Kyrie has experimented with a lot of different materials. I was wondering what kind of things he was gonna try on this. And when I saw the strap at first, I was like, uh-oh. Like I'm not a fan of straps. I'm usually okay with this kind of midfoot strap because it's not super restrictive or like prohibits movement in any way. And so material wise, it's basic textile infused like mesh upper. It's not restrictive at all. I feel like as it breaks down, it's gonna feel better though, because that's usually the case with these kind of more firm textile materials and the plastic around there, the edging, but the tongue is not super thick. It feels pretty uniform. There's a little bit of padding all across it too. Breathability could be a little bit of an issue as I played in it. It wasn't like super not breathable. Like I feel like it's decently ventilated. Over time, I would hope that as your foot breaks in and molds to it, it'll feel better, but it wasn't as bad as like I love the LeBron 20s, but those things were hot and sweaty in there. The moisture was bad in there, so that was one thing, but I didn't feel like they were super restrictive in anyways. The fit, guys, I think I figured out my sizing problems. I just need Chinese basketball shoes because this true to size, I went true to size 11, and they fit beautiful. Let me see if there's any, there's not really like dead space or anything because there's a little bit of an Achilles padding we'll talk about with the support that, I don't know if it kind of covers up any possible dead space areas with the different fitting shoe. So I would definitely go true to size. The support is where this shoe just takes off. And I mean, Kyrie shoes, let me even grab something. But even with these, like he had a little bit here. This is kind of my like midfoot strap comparison. Like he wants to be stable right here in the midfoot so that he can get explosive, get all these different kind of body movements that he does. And you've seen it with a couple different shoes that he's had. He has that same kind of thing here. He got lace cables in here. He has this midfoot strap. He has a pretty substantial like heel counter unit here that I think feels really good. That was the first thing I noticed when I put my foot in. I was like, uh-oh, there's some Achilles padding. And then I felt the heel counter combined here, and I was like, this is solid. Like the support here just locks you in. It's not restrictive. And I think as it molds to your foot over time, it's gonna feel even better across the shoe. Traction, giving them a 9 out of 10. I think they could be higher, but I have to see like over like a month or two of use how they feel, because like the GT cuts, love the traction, and I hated that smear technology as it broke down. So we'll see, but I have a lot of high potential and hopes for these. Cushion, 9.5 out of 10 is pretty high because I think it feels so good. And combined with the outsole, I think that's something that some nitrogen infused shoes are missing, is that good kind of one like cohesive unit, and I feel like it does a really good job on these. Materials, 8.5 out of 10. I think they could be better. This is the one area where I think they didn't do, I don't want to say like the best, but even I feel like the last like Kyrie 7s, I love the materials on that. So maybe a little bit better, but I love the feel of them. I think hopefully ventilation still feels good over time, but I really do like it. Fit, we're giving them a 9 out of 10. I think it's the highest I've ever put a fit on a shoe, honestly. I just feel like they feel really good. It gives a little bit more of a narrow feel in here, but it doesn't like, it's not like cascading into your foot at all, but the strap just keeps you locked in, and the wide base combination just, like, it's just money on these. And then support, like, honestly, it could be a perfect 10 out of 10. I love the support. I think the only thing holding it back is I want to see how this like rigid frame right here like builds and breaks in as I play more, like months and months of use. But man, this is definitely I think the highest I've rated a shoe on this channel. Yeah, Kyrie did it. Anta Kai ones. Let me know what you guys think about these bad boys down in the comments. If you got a pair, if you didn't, please keep trying. I actually just entered some more raffles for some other pairs coming out, some other colorways. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one.